Good afternoon, B30. And today, no cap. All right. So, hope you had a chance to see the snowbirds fly over the city. It was actually pretty cool, and it just went right over our house. And so got a really good picture of it. So it was really cool to see. And hope all is well with you and your families. So stay strong, stay safe, and take care of yourself. All right, so some of you are having some questions about what is going on in this play. Well, I'm going to show you a cheat sheet that, at least the first part of it anyways, just to give you an idea of what how these characters are working and why they've made decisions that's led to these consequences and so on and so forth. Okay, I'm not going to show you the Ophelia part yet because we haven't concluded her story yet, and same with Laertes as well. I'm just going to focus on Hamlet, Gertrude, and Claudius, and Polonius. All right, so let's take a look at that. And if you have any questions about that, please let me know. I can send this to you as well, the whole document, if you would like it. So just email me and request a copy of this cheat sheet. Okay, and let's bring this up. All right. Okay, so how can I do this now? I'm going to mouse. I don't know if you can see the mouse there. Okay. Anyways, we have Hamlet here, son of King Hamlet. He's tasked to save his father's soul from purgatory. So that's Act 1. So if you are making notes or need to know where this is taking place, yes, it's Act 1. Then we have Claudius, brother to King Hamlet, and Claudius murders his brother to take the crown and his wife as his own. Okay? And then we have Polonius, father to Laertes and Ophelia, and he's a spy for the king. So he's sticking his nose in people's business. And of course, it leads to his tragic demise. He's the first to die in the play. And, well, aside from King Hamlet, I guess. So technically, I guess the second person. But the one of the official characters anyways. And then we have Ophelia, daughter to Polonius, prevented from being her own person, more of a possession, as I've talked about, and then a daughter. Gertrude is the mother of Hamlet, oblivious, like totally doesn't get it until Hamlet speaks daggers to her, and to the effects of her decision to marry Claudius 2 months after the death of her first husband. Okay, Laertes, son of Polonius, left for France, back in Act 1, Scene 2, getting permission, leaving his sister behind to fend for herself. So very, very selfish on his part. He wanted to get away from his father, at the same time not thinking about his sister and what she has to contend with that now that Laertes is gone. Then we move on. At the end of Act 1, we find out the plan of seeking vengeance. So Hamlet has to act uncharacteristic in front of everybody else in order for him to be able to do what he needs to do, and that's to kill Claudius. So he acts mad in order to seek vengeance for his father's murder. Now, spoiler alert, because we know this is a tragedy, and pretty much every character dies in the play, except for Fortinbras and Horatio. Okay, so so we know that that's going to happen because it is a tragedy. The big question that you need to ask yourself is, what could they have done differently, each character, to prevent or avoid their tragic demise? And your tombstones shall or should be reflecting that, and you should be working on your tombstones. So, spoiler alert, okay, Hamlet dies when he's poisoned by Laertes' sword in Act 5, Scene 2. Claudius, his acts weigh heavily on his soul, but will not change his path. That's when he was in confession, and he's praying to God that can you forgive me for these acts? And then in the end, he figures, no, there's no way. Anyways, I want the crown anyway, and I want the power. I want to keep what I have. So there's no chance for Claudius to be redeemed. He dies after Hamlet kills him with the poisoned sword and the poisoned cup, Act 5, Scene 2. Polonius' spying and possessive nature becomes his Achilles heel. That means it's going to catch up to him in the end, and it does. When Hamlet stabs the heiress, the curtain, and thinking it was Claudius, but it was actually Polonius. So Hamlet trying to avoid hell, or going to hell, is now going to hell unless he can confess and ask for redemption as well. And we'll find out whether he's able to do that towards the end of the play. So we'll see if his soul can be saved. Polonius dies after he is mistaken for Claudius by Hamlet, Act 3, Scene 3. Okay, so a few spoiler alerts, but that should not affect the reading of the play, because with all of Shakespeare's plays, you already know the main characters are not going to be with us at the end of the play. The purpose of the tragedies, at least one of them anyways, is to avoid making those mistakes that these characters are making. We get into trials and tribulations in our lives, and so we need to think things through. We need to seek support. We need to, see the big picture of how, if I go this way, I know it's going to go this route. If I go this way, I'm not sure how it's going to turn out, but maybe I might get lucky or something, or things will work in my favor, or stuff like that. So that's a bit of gambling on the decision-making process. And so, and some people do that, and sometimes they get lucky, they do, and it works out, and then they figure they can try it again. So, and then they find out when it doesn't work in their favor, then they're like, wow, what am I going to do? What am I going to do? Well, the old saying is, take the straight and narrow path. It may not provide you all the luxuries and benefits that maybe some other people might have, but at least you're on you're on the straight and narrow. Things are going to work out if you think things through carefully and utilize the resources that are available to you, and so on and so forth, instead of trying to do it all by yourself. Okay, so it's a lot of this play deals with pride and humility. So it's if you lean too much on the pride part, that leads you down a bumpy road. But if you submit to your humility, then you can admit that we all make mistakes, and the big question is, can we learn from it? I'm not sure if I want to get, well, you can see it anyways. I do have the speaking daggers reference there for Gertrude, and of course you find out how the rest of the characters die in the play. But that's your cheat sheet. If you would like a copy of that, please let me know, and I can send that to you as you continue to read Act 4 and Act 5. So we're going to move into Act 4 shortly, and but you should be working on your tombstones and get that done, get that out of your hair, and then you're welcome to go ahead and finish it up on your own and submit it right away, and then you have the rest of the month free. Okay. Otherwise, just stay tuned for the continued adventures of Hamlet. Okay. Take care, be safe, and we'll see you next time.